All right, FTL, the game that everyone should have. I don't remember where it was, so we'll just start a new game. Yeah, I don't even want to look in case I'm close to the end. All right, so always got to rename to the swag wagon. All my crap, I have stuff unlocked, but it's on my iPad. Or iPad mini I've been playing on. All right, so I guess we'll just keep rocking out on easy until I can actually like go through the game on easy once. All right, so well, we know how this starts. We're carrying down Vital to the, we need to get the stuff to the end of the game, kill the bad ship. Story's irrelevant, basically. So start by jumping here. All right, so we see a small station fitted with hundreds of repair drones. You receive an automated message. We don't know who you are, and we don't care, but this is the right place for some ship repair. Not a great first place to jump, considering our ship is full, so we will ignore the station and carry right along. Oh, it's throwing me a store right away. All right, so I guess the plan here is I'm going to hit this one, and then maybe that one, loop around for the store, and then go up. I don't know. We'll see how quickly I need to get across. Let's see here. You detect a rebel scout on an attack approach to a small refueling outpost. Their weapons are charged, but they're not firing yet. So we're going to intervene. Pause. Let's get my burst laser online, and then just have that targeting their weapons. Fire up my engines fully, and then resume. So these early battles are pretty simple. Not really a whole lot you need to do other than just auto target their weapons and just go nuts. So with their weapons out, they can't shoot me back, so kind of just waiting. So I'm able to jump right now, but there's no reason for me to because I'm there. I just destroyed the ship. So let's see what we got. All right, 17 scrap, 1 drone part, and 1 missile. Not too shabby. The outpost hails you and gives us 20 scrap and 2 fuel. That's pretty good. So our plans to hit the store with some scrap, probably going to be pretty good. So jump to the next place. You arrive at a populated sector. One merchant seems to be mass broadcasting requests for a mercenary ship to aid him. Shall I respond? Yeah, sure, what the hell? Your ship seems reasonably equipped. A freighter carrying a shipment of my goods is a week late. The fools flew through a pirate-filled sector, and in their haste, I fear the cargo safety. I'm looking for a less competent captain to investigate. Yeah, sure. Give us a quest. All right, so at least you're confident. For what little it's worth, here's your last known location. So we got the quest marker. Unfortunately, like, quest right now is good, but I wanted more scrap. So we'll jump here and go to the store and then buzz along and pick up that quest. Alright, so find a mercenary for hire at this beacon. Their unique skills can sometimes prove to be useful. I almost always just fight the mercenaries, especially this early. Like, we need our scrap because we want a scrap recovery arm, or maybe another crew member. So I don't want to necessarily be spending any yet. So let me just fight him. And this will be easy too. He only has 1 shield, so I'll just pause real quick. Get my weapons targeting his weapons, unpause, and just kind of let the battle play out. This game is outstanding, though. Everyone should get it. Ugh. Enemy ship's powering up FTL. So that means we need to target its FTL drives if we want it to stick around. So hopefully this shot won't miss. Alright, cool. So knocked out their FTL drive. In situations like this, it's usually like you don't want to get lazy with. Oh shit! I really should have fired at the engine. That was a real bad mistake of mine. Just as I was explaining why you don't want to get antsy with what you attack. Whatever, it's fine. I have enough scrap to at least get a crew member or the scrap recovery arm if there is either. So we'll jump to the store, see what there is to see. If there's nothing good, we'll just fill up on fuel. Alright, so nothing that great. Can't afford the drone control, crew teleporter, or cloaking. But I guess we'll pick up, see if any other guys have anything special. Buy one of these guys just to round out my crew because they're really good at combat. So if my ship gets boarded or whatever. So buy this, spend 2 to fix, and then pick up 3 fuel, which brings us down to 0 scrap, but that's all right because we got another crew member pretty early. Fuel's doing all right. I usually put the next crew dude on shields, and then the guy after that I'll put on sensors. So let's see here. I guess we'll just jump away. All right, so Rebel Ship Hills, you Federation scum. Waited a long time for this. So before we continue, it's usually a good idea, like when you have this actual pop-up, to take a look at like what their ship has. So we see here it's a very basic ship layout. They have drones though, which it's hard to say how big of a deal the drones are going to be. With stuff like this, you can usually have an idea of what you want to target before you start targeting it. Like if they have a teleporter, like you usually kind of want to go for that, especially if they don't get dudes in right away. Because guys that teleport in your ship seem to be the biggest hassle by far. All right, so just auto target there. Let's see how big of a threat this drone is. So the drone's able to knock my shield down while they're... What is this? So yeah, that's not going to be great. All right, so let me get this guy repairing. Oh no, here, I'm going to get him on the med bay. That's usually more important than doors. Yeah, this is going to be not good for business. Yeah, this is a bad early fight. Alright, so in this case, I'm going to accept their offer because I want them to go away because I want to get my ship back under control. Typically, it's not that great of an idea to accept their offer because you almost always get more. The only time it seems like a good idea to accept their offer is when they're offering you up lots of fuel, because you can consider that even though the scrap they give you might seem like it's less, like for instance, if they were giving me like 12 scrap, but they were also giving me 4 fuel, that 4 fuel, fuel typically sells for 3 pieces of scrap, so that's actually like 24 scrap effectively. So sometimes if you don't accept their offer and you destroy them, like you don't get the fuel that they give you, and instead you just get a bunch of scrap. So something to consider. In this case, I just kind of want to get my ship on lockdown, so all right, cool. So with this under control, I can get back to repairing. This was a pretty bad fight for me because the scrap that I got didn't really make up for the damage that my ship took. Also early in the game, like you really want to be getting lots of scrap because the early systems are easier than the systems that are farther into the game. Okay, so as soon as this dude's fully repaired, or fully healed rather. Alright, so that guy was the one that I had on the bridge, this guy had on engines, this guy had on weapons, and this last guy had on shields. So everyone back to their post. This guy will heal up the weapons real quick. So the reason that fight went so bad is because their beam attack did a lot of good work on two very important rooms in my ship. So almost immediately in the fight, my doors were disabled and my medbay was disabled. And typically speaking, and on top of that, like, it created a fire. So three pretty bad things that happen at once. And playing FTL is all about how you mitigate problems on your ship. So typically speaking, like, if they had, like here where I'm moving like this alien guy right now, like any of these middle rooms here, or like basically an unoccupied room, like if that was on fire, typically what you do is you'd like kill your oxygen systems, open up the doors to vent the oxygen out, fire would go out immediately, close the doors, fire your oxygen back up to repressurize the ship, and then go around repairing stuff. But with the med bay and the doors out, like, that kind of killed both of that, because your guys take damage when they're not in a environment that has oxygen. So I couldn't in good faith vent, even if I could get the doors, because I didn't have the ability to get my guys healed up because the medbay was down. So anyway, not a great, what is this, like the third or fourth fight I've had, but whatever, it's early in the game, we can recover from that. So in the interest of hitting as many of these nodes as I possibly can, oh, John Cena's Fastlane sending me notifications, that's annoying. So in the interest of hitting as many of these nodes as I can, I'm going to actually jump down here instead of over to there. Or actually, no, I'll jump to this one and then back up and then to the quest. Because you want to hit as many places as you can, but staying in front of the incoming rebel fleet. So we'll jump here. Let's see what happened. All right, so stumble across another forward scout. Hopefully, all right, so they're powering up their FTL, so we don't have the luxury of attacking their weapons. I almost wonder if I shouldn't just fire up my missiles. Like, usually I want to be kind of sparing with my missiles, but in this case, since they're firing up their FTL, I'm going to go missiles on their weapons and then my burst laser on their FTL drive. So hopefully we'll successfully deal with one or the other here. Hopefully both. Alright, well, that's really not great. Alright, well, cool. So I got their engines and I got their weapons, and I'll fire another missile before turning that off. Alright, so I have a fire in my oxygen, which is really not great. So anyway, the ship breaks up, but that's like the least of my concern right now. Alright, so this is kind of risky to do because my oxygen's out, so I don't really have a good way to replenish this right away. So we're going to open these doors here, which is going to allow me to vent all the fire and stuff out into space. So tap this. Alright, so with fire taken care of, close all the doors. Really need to get two guys in here. Well, here, who do I have that's more here? Actually, I'm going to top this dude off in the med bay real quick. Get both these guys up here just so they're together. And send them out to the oxygen-free oxygen station here. So hopefully they can get it repaired. All right, cool. Get them back out. Allow that to kind of repressurize the ship. And heal them up. We're good to go here. Let's see, which of these two dudes is on what? So let me send him back to the engines, him back to the guns. And something handy you can do here, these two buttons underneath your crew, I just haven't done it yet because I don't know why, but the one on the left memorizes where all your guys are. So like, for instance, I have their stations saved, so I can select these three guys and like have them go up here. And then just hit return to stations and they'll go back to where they were, which is pretty nice when you have a hectic battle and you're sending dudes around. Like, it's just one less thing you have to worry about. So here, let's jump. I don't know if it... Alright, well, we can hit the distress beacon. Well, I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens here. So we'll jump up over this way. Alright, so these dudes want me to pay a toll. almost never do that. So reject their offer. Start attacking. Weapons, get my engines going, so I have increased evasion. Looks like they have some kind of laser. Oh shit! I always like forget that my game is paused, and I'm like, all right, why isn't anything happening? So it looks like they have a missile launcher and a laser thing. So hopefully, at least 2 of these shots get through before. All right, well, that's fine. All right, so this is kind of a situation that I was talking about earlier. So the attempt that they're trying to make here to get me to let them go is 12 scrap, 1 drone parts, and 3 fuel. So the 3 fuel is effectively 9 scrap. So it's basically the equivalent of 21 pieces of scrap. Just for the sake of seeing what we would have gotten. And drone parts don't do anything for me because I don't have drone control, and I typically never buy drone stuff, so that's basically a wash. So let's see if I say we will not accept surrender and keep going if we'll get more than 21 net scrap. So keep fighting. No, this is a super boring diet Canada Dry. I don't drink caffeine, actually. So let's see. Looks like they got a dude that's repairing their weapons, but it's not gonna matter because they're dead. All right, so for our purposes, we probably, well, I don't know. I mean, 1 missile is always good, but we probably would have been better off taking their offer there because 3 fuel is more useful than 1 missile. But whatever, it's fine. Doesn't really matter. Did all right either way. So with the quest up here, hopefully get some really good stuff out of this, and then go down, get the distress beacon, and then this point, and then exit, and hopefully we have enough scrap to get 2 blips of shield, because that seems to be the best thing to do early. Alright, so we arrive at the last known location of the merchant's delivery. We began to scan for a lost ship. After a quick scan, you find a ship being chased by a pirate. This must be the missing delivery ship. You move in to rescue them. Perfect. So basically, second verse, same as the first. They only have 1 shield, so there's not much point in me, firing out my missile or whatever else. So I'm just gonna auto attack their weapons, and hopefully you'll be good to go. Looks like they have a big laser and a smaller laser, so that should knock out my shield, and then 1 point of damage. Not terrible, but not great. So hopefully I can fire before they do. Alright, good. Right, so their weapons are offline. So they have a guy repairing them. That's fine. As long as I can keep it locked down so that it's at least orange, they'll only ever be able to take my shield down without dealing with or causing any kind of hull damage. As opposed to my burst laser thing is hitting 3 times per shot, so that's piercing their shield and then 2 additional damage. So I won't kill him this time around, but next time I fire, they'll be dead. All right, so this is a pretty good haul. We got 26 scrap and 1 missile and 1 drone part. Not bad. So overall, it's worth it. Then we'll jump down to this distress beacon here. And we're kind of skating the edge here, where it's kind of risky to be doing this, but it's the first sector, so like it seems like you want to be riskier early on in the game. Because like if I really mess up here, I can just start over as opposed to. All right, so you locate a human mining colony where an unknown disease is spread. All right, so in my in the history of playing this game, I feel like sending in crew is almost never a good thing to do. Because like best case scenario, I'll get a bunch of scrap. Like worst case scenario, I will lose a crew member who's arguably more valuable to me than just some scrap. As much as I would like to get more scrap, because that would allow me to get 2 things of shield, I'm just going to ignore their request. And yeah, this basically sums it up perfectly. So unfortunately, your mission is too important. You're not willing to risk your crew. So sorry, Distress Beacon. All right, so we're going to jump here and then the exit. Hopefully we get some good scrap. All right, so rebels in the system are doing supply runs for the local space stations. These civilians have likely been out of supply for months due to the war and are in desperate need. All right, so we can wait and steal supplies from the civilians and probably avoid any kind of combat. Alternatively, attacking the rebels could allow us to double dip on a scrap reward. Alternatively, we could leave them be, which there's not much point in doing that because their ship's fine. Worst case scenario, we take a couple points of hull damage and get some resources. So let's attack the rebels. And looks like a pretty standard fight here, very similar to the one that we just did. So attack their weapons, unpause, and just kind of let it play out. Alright, so as long as I can keep this one, this dude's weapons on orange or better, will only take damage to my shield, which is pretty good because my guy is leveling up pretty quick on the shield, which is only makes it recharge faster and all that fun stuff. So going pretty well overall so far. So it looks like fire is spreading on their ship or something like that because their engine died without me. Alright, so at this point, with the rebel ship destroyed, you take time to collect what little scrap remains. They had already made the delivery to the civilians. So we can we're getting this loot we're getting anyway. So we're getting 1 fuel, 1 drone part, and 14 scrap. You have the ability to leave the civilians alone or steal the civilian supplies. In the interest of the loot or the swag wagon that we're flying, we always get loot when we can, so steal the civilian supplies. Scrap is scrap, like they say, so continue. At which point, I think we have enough to get the first shield upgrade, right? Yeah. Alright, so upgrade this, upgrade that, so 2 more blips, and then get 2 more power bars, brings us down to 11. But now we have 2 things of shield. So, here on out, if we come across anyone in the next sector, like the only thing that we're really kind of scared about is anything that uses missiles or smart bombs. Missiles are kind of rare in the second sector, and smart bombs are even more rare, like to the point that it's not even really worth worrying about. So, like all we're really going to be focused on is just getting as many jumps as we can in before the fleet gets to us. Hopefully we get a scrap collection arm. If not, oh well. Alright, so scanners are showing intelligent life forms on a nearby planet. No match for them can be found in the database, so we'll investigate this. Alright, so you land a small shuttle in an enormous field. Whose only occupants are small, brightly colored, 6-legged, horse-like animals. Could they be what your scans picked up? I don't know what the right thing to do here is. Like, I absolutely do not want to lose crew, so I don't know if communicating peacefully is going to do anything. Bringing them on board seems like a bad idea. Alternatively, we can leave and nothing happen. I don't know, let's get wild. Let's try to communicate peacefully. Try to communicate in every possible way, but they just stand there silently judging you with their large expressionless eyes. You prepare to leave. Alright, well, I don't know. I don't know what the other options or turnout for that could have been, but whatever. So this was actually a pretty good sector for us. So this is kind of what you want the map to look like when you're done, is you want to be at the exit just before the rebels get to you, because this means I hit as many points as I possibly could have before getting to the next one. So it would have been better if we would have gotten more scrap out of this, or the story would have been a little bit different when we hit it. But overall, this is exactly what you want your first sector to look like. So What choices do we have here? An uncharted nebula or rebel-controlled sector? Nebulas are pretty much always tricky because like they have weird stuff that goes on with your sensors. So I think I'm going to go to the rebel-controlled sector here. So jump here. Especially with 2 shield, like the rebels are, the dudes that we're going to come across here are not going to be that big of a deal. So only one place we can jump to. Alright, so you arrive at a populated sector. One merchant seems to be mass broadcasting a request for a mercenary ship to aid him. Again, we'll aid. Accept. Alright, so we added a quest marker to our map. So basically the same quest as last time, but whatever. And it's convenient to get to, so we'll do it. Jump to the only point that makes sense to go to. Alright, so there's a small planet nearby with scattered settlements. Small rebel fleet is in orbit with many ships ferrying back and forth. Must be a more recently liberated planet. Alright, well, we can't do anything here. Jump again. Alright, well, I think this is the path we're going to take, kind of an upward swoop. And then go down. Alright, so I unmanned scout. These are usually pretty easy. Again, just kind of go for their weapons and just sit back and do its thing. I mean, with 2 shield, this dude's pretty much not going to be able to touch me. So 2 more rounds of combat, assuming no misses, and should be good to go. Well, I guess there'll be 3 because we had a big miss there. So this kind of gives you an idea of like how important it is to get your shields up first, because consider every point of hull damage that you take is scrap that you need to spend to repair that you could be spending on something better. I don't know what way is smarter. We'll go this way. That way we can go through a nebula. Or actually, yeah, we'll jump here. Alright, so I usually will always sell missiles because, like, well, see, selling 10 missiles for 30 scrap is pretty good this early because I haven't come across anything. Alright, so this is a really good example of a situation that you can get yourself in where there can either be some really good upsides or some really bad downsides. So if I sell 10 missiles for 30 scrap here, I'll be over the amount of scrap I need for a scrap recovery arm if I can find it in a nearby shop, as well as well above the scrap that I need if I want to get another crew member. 2 things are very good early in the game. Problem is I only have 11 missiles right now, so if I sell all 10 of them, I could wind up in a situation where and again, this would be a very, very unlikely situation where someone has like a super shield or something like that this early in the game where you need missiles to pierce through it. I'm going to roll the dice and saying that's probably not going to happen, though, and get up to 30 scrap. Because 66 is a good place for me to be at, because that'll get me a crew member, potentially. I'm liking this so far. So we'll go up and then zigzag back down. That way I don't need to go into the nebula here. Alright, so again, one of these guys, no big deal. He doesn't even have shields, so that was a good gamble. So just kind of attack the automatically attack the weapons and do what it's going to do. Missed with his missiles, so this is in the bag here. I just need 2 more rounds of combat and I could have, or actually I could even kill him next round if I hit with all 3, but still. All right, so good amount of scrap, good amount of fuel. I need to start worrying about my fuel though. I only have 11, which is not great. Like typically it seems like a good reserve is around 20 or so. Oh, perfect. And we come to a store. That couldn't have worked out better. All right, so let's see what they have here. Ooh, another burst laser. All right, so this is kind of a this is a really tricky place to be in right now. So burst laser 2 is what I have. It's a really good weapon, and 2 of them is even better. However, having an Engi guy here is exceptionally useful, especially because it gives you a lot of like dialogue options. But I've never had the opportunity to have 2 burst lasers so early in the game. So I think I'm going to do that. So it's expensive, but it's really going to increase our offensive power, and they're really efficient at only 2 power. So you know what? But the firebomb's so good too. Let's require missiles though. This is a hard decision here. I think I'm gonna go with burst laser because I've never done it. So we'll see what happens. Not gonna have enough to fix my ship, so I'm gonna kind of split it between. I'm gonna buy 1 fuel, repair for 3 points, close. I don't really want to sell my missile launcher because I might need it. So let's see. I don't know. I hope that was the right decision, but you know, the fun part of this game is like not necessarily the right decision, but like I don't know, making dumb decisions and then making the best of them, I guess, is what makes FTL so much fun. So we'll jump down here. And I need more scrap before I can upgrade my stuff. All right, so hopefully this dude will have lots of good junk. So basically, our shields are vastly better than his. So really no risk here aside from just waiting for stuff to go down. Assuming, all right, cool. So we missed with the laser, or missed with the missile. Unfortunately, we only took his laser offline and not his missile, and the missile's way more threatening for me. All right, so sensors are down. That's not great. Right, so while his weapon, well, I think I can keep his weapons locked down. So I'm gonna take my dude off the helm, so my evade goes to 0, which not a big deal if I can keep his weapons down. Kind of want my sensors up though, just because it seems like a bad idea to not have them. All right, so I was trying to jump away. See, if these guys were giving me fuel, I would take it. Otherwise, missiles, well, I guess I am super low on missiles. But I want scrap in order to get my lasers back up. So I'm not going to accept surrender. I'm going to retarget towards their engines. Get this dude back on the helm. All right, so next round of combat basically should win unless they jump away before my lasers. All right, cool. And take another hull point. So, all right, 24 scrap and 1 fuel. This is better overall than the missiles. I mean, like, I'm really low on missiles, but it's okay. Let's see, how much do I need to just get 1 more blip of this? So I need 35 to get another blip of power for my weapons, at which point I'll have 2 of my lasers and we'll be doing some insane damage. All right, so let's see. I'm gonna kind of dilly-dally down here. See what I can get for scrap. All right, this guy's gonna be easy. Kind of has a lot of health, but is basically irrelevant because he's not going to be able to pierce my shields. And actually, you know what? I'm going to go for his drone control. So something that took me a few times of playing this to figure out is that your guy levels up as a shield controller dude by actually having your shields hurt. So in battles like this, where you can, you know, if you really want to like min-max your run, what you can do is not auto attack and just keep them locked down to the point that they're like killing one of your shields, but you're able to keep it up long enough that it regenerates so you're never taking hull damage. And like here, this will be a good example here if I don't kill him first. All right, so I missed 3 times. He's gonna shoot back at me. Probably take a blip of shield off, and then my dude will bring the shield back up. And well, he didn't gain a skill point there, but that's basically the loop that you want to be in, because that's how you maximize your skill gain. All right, cool. So I got a tons of scrap. So this will allow me to get my weapons up. And while we're at it, I guess I don't have enough for another power bar. But that's fine. So next time we fight, I think what I'm going to do is pull power off of, like, put my engines to half and then medbay down, and basically go like this, and then fire up my, no, not this. So 2 burst lasers, and we'll be doing like crazy work next time around. So let's see what happens here. All right, so I think the best I'm going to be able to do is there. All right, so interviewing to defend the outpost. All right, so check this out. Like, this is just going to be insane. So again, we'll just target both on their weapons, because this drone is really not going to be a big deal at all. Yeah, like, oh my god, look at the damage that's doing. That's great. That's fantastic. Yeah, that's really good. All right, cool. So I got tons of scrap for there. I could buy another power bar so I can have my engines at full, but let's see what else the universe has for us. So I guess I'll jump here. Might not be fully maximizing this particular sector, but that's okay. So, all right, we'll aid the Federation ship because we got crazy power now. All right, so get that on the weapons, get that on the shields. So basically be able to constantly keep their weapons and shields locked down, which will be really good. I'm sure they'll try to jump away, but like I probably could kill them this round of combat. Yeah, this is crazy. This is the most damage I've ever done in an FTL game this early. All right, quickly try to rescue the crew. Oh man, this is great. This is a really good run here. So not only did I get a ton of scrap here, but I got the stealth weapons, which really goes well with cloaking stuff, and I got an additional crew member. So really good. So this guy, I'm going to be able to put on the sensors here, which is going to give me 1 artificial point in sensors that I would have otherwise needed to spend. So next time around, we'll be able to see where the dudes are in that. So jump away, get the quest thing here. All right. So you find the station and they respond to your hails immediately saying, "It took you long enough, we have practically no use for these now. I refuse to pay full price, take this and leave." Alright, so yeah, I don't care about drone parts, so I'm going to trade for the scrap, because the dude gave me 5 drone parts to take here. 28 scrap is way more valuable to me, considering like I don't even have the ability to use any kind of drone parts right now, so we'll just take that. It's going to be really good. So at this point, like I could start upgrading my ship more, but I kind of want to double down on seeing what the next store is going to possibly have. Because that seems like a good idea. So let's see. Jump to the exit. Gonna arrive here just in time to jump out again. And in a nebula, which, you know, who cares? Doesn't matter. Jump. And again, this is how exactly how your map, how you want your map to look, is like, you know, just jumping out before they get to you. So let's see here. We have the choice of 2 uncharted nebulas. In the interest of opening up more options later, I'm going to go for the upper one. Although I guess at the end of the day, I'm going to still go for the civilian sector probably, but still, whatever. Jump here. Alright, so the gases that make up the nebulas in the sector threaten to impair your systems, but you have to press on. So this kind of sucks because, like, I have no good sensors, so I'm going to move this guy up to door control, which artificially upgrades my door one. So blast doors for the cost of no blast doors, basically. Let's see. I think the northern route is going to be better here. This is going to allow us access to more points. So let's jump away. See what we can't come across. All right. Heavily damaged Federation ship is hiding in the nebula. So I guess we can attempt to follow them. Worst case, we don't find them. I think that's the worst thing that's happened to me on this particular option. Oh, well, came across a dude, but no big deal because I got weapons like you wouldn't believe. So again, let's just get this out of the way as quick as possible. Exact same strategy as last time. Alright, so hit my shields, which isn't great. I don't need my doors necessarily this time, so I'm going to send this guy down to help. Then back on the doors just so everyone's in the right position. Alright, so you clearly bested us when we request our lives. I think the Combat Drone Mark 1 sells for like 10 or 15 scraps, so that's not bad, and fuel is useful too, so I almost think this is better to accept their offer. So whatever, it's fine. Jump to here. Alright, so spot a rebel in the nebula. Prepare to chase them. Oh no, that's not good. So fleet pursuit double for 1 jump, so kind of need to hurry it up in here. Much would have rather fighting him, but whatever. So keep on keeping on. Alright, so this is going to be kind of a problem here because this dude here has a super shield. Although I do have a ton of missiles. I could purchase an unknown weapon for 45 scrap. I've actually never come across one of these guys before, so I think I'm going to purchase an unknown weapon. I've scrap out the woe, so, and a weapon slot. So worst case, I come across a ship and kind of, like, you know, soak my losses on selling the weapon. So let's purchase an unknown weapon. Oh, Hull Smasher Laser Mark II. This is fantastic. This is an amazing run. How much power does this use? All right, this uses 3. All right, so this is amazing so far. Let's see what we can do to get that online. So ship, I'll do 1 more weapon. And then 2, or I guess, wait, just 1 more power bar is all I need. Leaving, well, hopefully we don't come across let's see, power that off, power that up. So this is really good because the burst laser is going to be able to keep their shield locked down. Hull laser is going to do some serious work on their hull. And I'm going to eventually have enough left to go around that I'll be able to have all of my stuff powered up at once, assuming I can get the scrap to do it. So this is like a serious business game here so far. Of course, like all the best games in FTL, like I could still run into a situation where like I just take stupid amounts of damage. So nothing here. Stupid amounts of damage, run out of fuel. You know, you name it. There's a million things that could go wrong here still. All right, so let's see. Let's pause real quick here and think about what we're gonna do. So shots per charge 3. So this does double damage on systemless rooms. This dude has no rooms that are systemless, so I think it's in our best interest to just turn that off and turn on our burst lasers and just go absolutely ham on this guy. Taking out both things that can, well, yeah, let's do it that way. So this guy should be dead pretty quick, assuming the missile doesn't do too much harm. I'm gonna peek in here with this guy. All right, so there's no fire in there. That's good. So I'm missing quite a bit, but still not a big deal. All right, cool. Flawless victory. After the ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. So good amount of fuel and scrap. So pretty happy with that. So we'll jump away still. Intruders on board. This is not good because let's see. So we're in a nebula, so I don't have good sensor coverage. Have too many dudes to hide out. All right, here, let's pause. So we want weapons offline. Oh, they're in the med bay. That's bad. All right. So let's see, the 3 closest dudes are these guys. Get these guys in here. All right, well, thankfully we were able to get to the med bay before they started doing any damage to it. Like sometimes they destroy rooms really quickly. You actually want to be fighting in your med bay because you can see here my dudes are getting healed like as I'm attacking them. But if you lose your med bay like during a fight, it is like the worst. All right, so this went over pretty well. Unfortunately, when you fight dudes, you're never given the opportunity to get any kind of scrap from them. So, you know, not terrible, not great. And again, turn that off so I have my ability to get the hull laser up. Jump again. Alright, so a rock armored transport nearby looks to have lost its bearing, but when you hail it, they grow suspicious. Whatever life form you are, we find you repugnant, we seek no aid, leave. So let's armor weapons, because... And again, here's another ship that has no open spaces, so we'll just fire up the burst laser here. Oh, although this... Alright, well, whatever. Get both these dudes online. One on the weapons, one on the shields. Unpause. Hopefully not take too much damage, because as you can see here, like the nebula is really affecting my power here, so my shields are halved. I have no oxygen. Alright, cool. Alright, this is great. We'll be out of here really quick. This is why I always avoid going into a nebula if I can. So their offer to accept surrender is not great. 1 fuel, 2 missiles, 18 scrap, like whatever. Won't accept that. Do better. Maybe. Yeah, way better. I got an ion bomb, except I don't know what happens because I can't equip it. Where does it go? Oh, cool. It goes in my cargo. All right. Alright. That actually might be pretty good. I don't know if that's better than my Artemis or not. Well, either way, pretty happy with this run. Need to get my engine power up. Let's see, what can I... Alright, so engine power is up. We'll jump to here, hit the distress, and then maybe this top one, and then exit. So, all right, so nothing here, thank God. All right, well, here, let's get systems back to how they should be. Give it a second for the oxygen to get up. I'm gonna let this get to my oxygen get to like 75% before I jump to the next thing. All right, cool. So hit up the distress beacon. This at least is outside the nebula, so we're back in normal. All right, so you arrive at the distress beacon near a small asteroid belt and find a ship with pirate markings partially crushed between two large rocks. It must have been illegally mining the belt without proper equipment. So two things we can do. Try to dislodge the ship by shooting at the rocks, or destroy and loot the ship. They're just pirates. I think we're going to destroy it. Alright, so 35 scrap, pretty good. 2 missiles, 1 drone part, whatever. Wish I could sell my drone parts, because I really don't care about them. So jump up here, and then we'll go out to the exit. Alright, oh, perfect. So, as I was saying, wish I could sell my drone parts, because I don't care about them. Sell 12 drone parts here for 48 scrap. That is amazing. Making this potentially the best run ever. God, because like, let's think about this. Could I actually power up my weapons all the way? No. No, I cannot. Alright, so in order to get my hull laser going as well, I would need 2 more blips on the power meter. So that would be 90 plus 75. But at the same time, like, I don't want to screw myself over by coming across a store and not having enough to go around. But I'm like super happy with weaponry I have so far. Well, whatever, we'll jump out. See what there's to see in the next area. Jump to the next sector. This time I'll go to the Engi controlled sector. Hopefully pick up an Engi guy because they're really good. So jump. All right. Then let's see what our best path is going to be here. So if I go up, I can probably go around safely before the rebels get to here. Alright, so we got a system repair drone, ton of scrap. That's awesome. God, I would love to come across a store. Wow, intruders on deck. Alright, so a young mantis in a charred uniform is teleported onto the deck. He begs for sanctuary from the Engi and offers to serve in exchange for your protection. The Engi have already traced the teleporter signal and are offering a deal in exchange for the prisoner. So, another mantis would be good. Another... But I'm like pretty solid on crew. Let's see. I guess let's side with Fugitive and fight with Young, because like worst case we gain another crew and some scrap. So yeah, awesome. Got Joel here. Pause. Alright, so this is going to give us the opportunity to fire up the hull laser here. So for this, we'll fire on actually this room down here. And then burst laser, we will go for the shields. This might have actually been a mistake, now that I think about it. I almost wonder if I shouldn't just do double burst laser, at least until I have the power to yeah, because that way I'll be able to get my evasion up. Right? I don't know. We'll see how this goes. Like, maybe I can power up the next one after I disable their shields here. Although, I guess we're going to do a whole lot of missing, so... Alright, so taking some damage, but that's alright. Keeping their weapons locked down, so that's good. My burst laser is actually not too terrible for this. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do this. My missiles online. Use my missiles on their shields. Hopefully, like, at least one will get through. Doing a whole lot of missing here. Like, crazy style. But, I mean, I guess I'm not taking that much damage, so it's okay overall. Alright, so they're toast next time around. I guess I'm going to turn my missile off. Might as well save those. Cool. So, got a lot of scrap. Another crew member. This guy is actually golden shield, so that's fantastic. Alright, so that's really good. Everything's going really good so far, so hopefully nothing stupid happens. Like running out of fuel, real possibility here. So spin up our FTL without event. Alright, so there must have been rich pickings for pirates around here until the war broke out. Pirate encounter here looks worn down but hungry. You'll have to fight. So looks like they don't really have anything that spectacular here, so same deal. Have a missile launcher though, which could be bad for business depending on who they hit. Alright, medbay, that's alright. I can fix that after the battle. 2 fuel, that's pretty valuable to me right now, so I'm gonna accept their offer. Let's remember where my dudes are. Send 3 guys up to repair a med bay. And then, let's see, what seems smarter to jump to? I guess we'll go down here and then buzz across and then back up. Yeah, that's good. Alright, so a missile shoots across your bow. The jump completes. Your scans quickly reveal a ship with pirate markings pursuing an unknown vessel. Alright, so with these, usually best to fight because sometimes you can double dip on loot. And I'm pretty sure we'll do better than 20 scrap. So try to be a hero, attack the pirate. Sounds good. They don't have anything that crazy on here. So, same basic strategy here. Shields. Oh, whoops. Weapons. Unpause. Oh, hey, maybe I should send my dudes back to their posts, huh? Alright, so hopefully this missile doesn't... Alright, so nothing got through. So, except they're more generous bribe. I don't really care about missiles because most of my stuff isn't based on missiles, so reject their offer and continue your assault. And I was going to kill them anyway that turn, so it's not like it really mattered. Although, only 23 scraps, so I guess I should have taken their missiles because, whatever. Alright, so upon closer inspection, you realize the ship under attack was a rebel scout. It's 2 damage, put up a bunch of a fight. So we can either destroy the ship and salvage it, or use your leverage you have gained in saving their lives to convince them to delay the pursuing fleet. In this case, I think delaying the fleet is probably better because I have way more places that I can jump to safely. So let's do that. So they're delayed by 1 jump. It's going to allow me to basically zigzag down here and then up and around, so that'll be good. Alright, we'll just attack this thing because who cares? Not really going to be able to get through my shields anyway, so this is going to be a really easy fight. I really only want to save my scrap until I hit the next store, so like I know what to do here. Alright, so again, I'm getting like more and more stuff that I can sell. Alright, so 4 fuel for 2 drone parts. No, I need fuel way more than I need drone parts at this point. Distress beacon. Don't really care about that too much. Way more interested in... Alright, perfect. Buy 6 fuel for 12 scrap all day. And keep going. Rebel fighter. Once again, these guys are not going to be a problem. Unless I miss on all but 1 shot, I guess. But either way, my shields are doing good work, so... Alright, so shields offline. Weapons, don't care. Alright, so 6 fuel, definitely very good. Very good trade. Jump. Oh shit, there's a store there, but this is risky. Alright, well, whatever. Ah, cloaking, perfect. Alright, so this is fantastic. So I'm going to sell off my other crap that I don't care about, like these drones, not interested in. Ion bomb, I don't know. I don't know. Don't know if the ion bomb or the Artemis missile is better. They're both 1 power. I guess the ion bomb sells for more, which at least tells me like, hey, maybe I should keep that. Alright, so sell my missile, I guess. Move this up here to equip that. Then, what do you want to buy? Cloaking is very important. Buy... Hull beam is... okay. Won't have enough power for that. So fix all, Supply all their fuel. Cool, so we're in a really good point now to start upgrading my ship more. So I really need more power bars. But at the same time, I really want to get my weapons just killer. Alright, so check this out. Now I'm going to be able to have all of these online at once. Additionally, I'll get one more power bar so I can have my cloaking up, because as you can see from my equipment, I have stealth weapons, which is just going to be awesome. Like, this is the best run of FTL I've ever had. So all I care about is being able to get out of here before these dudes get to me at this point. Alright, so the Engi are waiting here at this beacon with their weapons online. They explain a computer virus that is wanted for hostile acts against the Engi is aboard your vessel. Alright, so let's try to purge the system code. That would be good. Alright. So they fight us anyway, so whatever. But this would be a good opportunity to get my new stuff online here. So get there, and the hull laser we'll put here just for fun. Alright, so basically wait for my stuff to get close to full, at which point I will cloak. So that misses. Oh my god, doing such good work to this. This is insane. This is crazy. This is so good. Alright. Let's see, what do I want to do? Guess, well, whatever, we'll just jump. Get out of this system before we have any issues. Oh yeah, unrated fiend to defend the outpost all day. Are you kidding me? I have so many weapons, it's just stupid. Alright, so this can, you know what, let's just everything attack the weapons. So good. Well, I guess I probably should have done something on the drone control, because I've taken 2 points of hull damage, which is not great. But whatever. Alright, so kind of restabilizing with a good amount of fuel. Decent amount of scrap as well. Yeah, this is great so far. So at this point, it seems like it's a good idea to start putting some points into my kind of like subsystem stuff here. Like doors are always good. Sensors will allow me to cloak more effectively. Piloting will give me, like if I need to pull my dude away from the bridge, I'll still have a decent amount of evasion, but I think I'm going to put points into, yeah, what the hell, I'll do that. Alright, cool. So really happy with how this is going so far. So let's jump to the next sector. Rock Homeworld sounds good. Alright, so there's a store. Kind of maybe should have not upgraded until then, but it's not like I could have known that there was going to be a store there, so it doesn't really matter. And there's a long line of places that we can jump to along the outer rim, so this is really good. Alright, so burst laser on our shields. Burst laser on our weapons and hull laser on this empty room here. Unpause. And then as soon as we see their weapons about ready to fire, I'll cloak. So like right now, cloaked. All right, well, that wasn't great, but that wasn't terrible. Need to get this guy in here to repair this before I lose all the oxygen in there. Actually, I might jump away from this. This is kind of a little too treacherous for me. All right, yeah, you know what? We're gonna jump. I don't want to get crazy. Probably should jump back to the store to repair, but whatever. Alright, so what do we got here? Immediately messaged by an imposing looking rockport vessel. You're the ship off to save the Federation, aren't you? And do you expect to survive with that hunk of junk? I think we're gonna save them or die trying. Alright. The latter being more likely still, we can potentially help you and your precious fleet, but you'll need to prove yourself first. Meet us at the coordinates. They jump away. Oh, sick. Alright, well, this is going pretty good. Alright, so I'm going to heal my dudes up. Yeah, it's kind of the problem with FTL. Like, you can, like, you know, you can be at the top of the world and just have everything go south, like, before you know it. Because like fighting that dude in the asteroid belt with like two things that two missile launchers that basically negate my shield, like that's real bad for business. Like the only way that I could have been overpowered for that fight is like if I had a bunch of defense drones, but I don't. So oh cool, the quest is right here. Awesome. This is turning out really good. I guess we have time to zip down here first, so I might as well do that and then up, because then I can go like down, up, over, and then just double all the way down to the exit. So yeah, let's do that. All right, so we see a small trading post, nice about your feeling, but they say, go away, we don't serve your kind here. Oh, that sucks. Oh, but here's a store. All right, well, I'm gonna jump here, and then it's always a bad idea to jump backwards, but I really kind of need to fix my stuff. So, I can't fix all. Do I have anything good I can sell? Not really. Alright, so 369. I think I'm better off fixing because I can always get more fuel. Alright, so I don't know what this quest is going to do. Like, usually when you come across, like, homeland quests, like, this can be pretty cool. Oh, it's at a sun, of course. You arrive at the coordinates given and find yourself dangerously close to an M-class star. The other ship messages you. Let's see how your puny ship can handle this heat. Prepare for a challenge. Alright, so this might be bad, but it might be alright. She starts to power up their FTL drive. What the F? Alright, well I basically need to wait for their cloak to drop. Alright, so we'll trigger our evasion. Burst laser on the FTL. Burst laser on their shield. Hull laser on, I guess, this empty room. So thankfully missed. Where's this missile gonna hit? Alright, so the missile hit my cloak. That's not terrible. Oh, they're gonna jump away. Yep. Alright, as they jump away, they relay coordinates to their navigation system. This must mean you must follow them. Alright, whatever. This is actually turning out to be kind of cool. So, here, let's Deal with this fire that way. Alright, close all. God, I really want to fix my stuff, but at the same time, like, kind of hurting. Because you don't want to stay around in the star because, God, another star. Alright, well, that's fine. This guy will be easier at least, probably. Weapons. Shield. Empty room. And I guess I don't really need those at the moment, so send these guys to repair. And return to your stations. Cloak just for fun. God, yeah, the hull laser does some like serious good work. 51 scrap, that's fantastic. Alright, so put out this fire here, send this guy to the med bay, jump to the next part. Where the hell is Flip? Alright, oh shit, I need to power that. Alright, so back to your station, med bay off, engines up, jump before the solar flare. Let's see. I have no need for his services, so I'll just fight the ship. Alright, so let's pause here. Oh, they have tons of weapons, so let's do everything that we can to not take damage. Alright. As soon as they fire, I'm gonna bust out my cloak. Alright, perfect. That went really well. Arguably about as well as it could have. Don't care about missiles, mostly interested in parts, so will not accept surrender. Alright, so I got way more scrap and fuel, so that was better not to do that. Let's see. I think what we want to do now is, let's see, I have enough to get another blip of shield, but I don't have enough to get power to it. So I'm going to do one of these and one of these. So give me 10 seconds of cloak, which is pretty good. And then actually get one more power blip. So that will allow me to actually just have everything all powered up, so I don't need to worry about anything. So jump to this quest and we'll see what this is. Actually, we have time. Well, see, I don't want him to blink away again and not be able to chase him before the rebels get to me. So I'll jump here. All right. Cool, I got the rock cruiser. So I'm convinced of your strength and pledged to assist your cause. We'll immediately send an advanced cruiser to the Federation fleet and we'll prepare warships to move out. The rock elevator cruiser to the hangar. The bulwark has been unlocked. Awesome. 6 hull pumps repaired too, and I got rock plating. That's great. This could be the run. Alright, so jump to the exit here. Yeah, we'll hail him. What's the worst case that happens? Don't care about missiles. Jump to the next sector. Alright, so next thing I think I want to be upgrading is my shields, probably. Nebulas are always a bitch, so I'm just going to see. Maybe I can kind of scoot around most of this. That would be pretty good. Alright, so we arrived at Uncle Joe's fix-up shop. Need a tune-up. We got you covered. Let's inquire about a specialty. I don't have enough parts. Upgrade my oxygen. Oh, that would have been really good too. Oh well. Don't have it. Sorry. Alright, so Breach Bomb Mark II. That's nice. Underground Federation. Cool. Cool. Fortunately, it requires more power than I have. Because like my current loadout here, I'm going to be able to have everything powered up at once I man, I got rock plating too. That is so good. 15% chance to negate incoming hull damage. Perfect. Alright, so alright, so you receive a small ship from a convoy. They're looking for some military supplies and are offering to try to improve your reactor in exchange. Oh, this could be really good. Alright, so agree to the trade. Upgrade reactor by 1. That actually, I think, was kind of a net win. Because now I'll be able to, let's see. $40 to $60. What can I do immediately? Alright, well I think I'm gonna like check out my cloak all the way first. I need 2 more scrap to do that, so we'll just jump away. Alright, a rebel scout, no big deal. Honestly, my big concern here is coming across a and I'll just keep his weapons totally locked down here. My big concern is coming across someone that has like a really menacing like boarding party. Because I have a lot of humans. Well, I guess I have 2 of the bug guys, and they're pretty good, but still. Alright, so basically just need to keep their weapons locked down, and I win without taking damage, so that's pretty good. Escape, not on my watch. So I really don't want the rebels to be chasing after me quicker than they normally would. Not a great offer because I don't care about missiles. Not accept surrender. So this should be it this time around. Yep, dead. Alright, cool. Without taking damage too, that was great. So 58 scrap, 3 fuel, really good win overall. Let's see. So get my cloak maxed, I think will be pretty good because that will allow me to evade as much damage as I can. I don't know if that's better than, I feel like that's better than more shield, so let's upgrade this. Still feel like, alright, let's do this. Then one of these. Oxygen, need to be up more. Alright, cool. Oh, in the store, I should have checked that before I went upgrade mad, but feeling pretty good about the end of the game here, eventually. Oh, so intruders on board. And this is always tricky in a nebula, so let's get these guys over here, these guys in the med bay, and then open doors to draw them hopefully towards the front of the ship. Alright, so let's see how this goes. Oh shit, I need one of these guys. Oh crap. Alright, so this is going pretty decent so far. They should be... Alright, cool. So I was able to smoke them all out without taking any too much damage. Oh crap, close off. Alright, great. So basically just need to heal this dude up, send everyone back to their posts. Man, with the souped up oxygen system, like it's really not risky to get dudes out of your ship by just opening up all your doors. So we'll jump here. All right, so I'm gonna try this cloaking option because I've never done that before. So let's try to stay hidden. Slip in the nebula undetected. I don't know if that guy would have been a threat or not. Probably not, but it was interesting. It's always fun to try new stuff. So going to be out of this system a little earlier than I kind of would like, but I don't really like being in nebulas. Just as kind of like a, you know, I don't like all the stuff it does to your ship, like everything else, and like we're doing too good to kind of like risk what we're doing here. So we just need to make it through one more sector, and then we'll be at the final thing. So if I can't kill the last guy with like the loadout that I have here, I don't even know what to say. All right, so I think we want to go up and around here because I really prefer to avoid the nebula spots. So really need to find some fuel too. All right, so definitely not sending an away party. Really need more fuel. Hopefully the FTL gods will smile upon me. All right, so this should be pretty easy, especially with all the evasion that I have through like my cloak here. So like as soon as they start firing, like I'm basically just gonna go full ham here on cloak. Let's get this guy in here to help deal with this dude. All right, so this is kind of tough. The hell am I? Oh, I didn't see that. All right, crap, this is real bad. My dude was standing on the hull breach there, so I couldn't see that the oxygen was draining out. All right, so they're powering up their FTL. I'm gonna try to escape. Accept their offer. Oh yeah, I need fuel real bad, so I'll accept this offer all day long. Let's get two guys in here to fix this before it becomes more of an issue. Alright, so get these guys in the med bay. Yeah, I'd really love to get level 2 or level 3 shields. Pretty happy with having full cloak though. Let's see. Really need more fuel though, like that's going to be the issue here. All right, so we arrive at the beacon, detect a pirate ship. All right, so they have a teleporter, but who are they going to send down? All right, so burst laser, hull laser over here. On pause, cloak as soon as they get on their teleporter thing. Actually, you know what? I wonder if we can just totally cockblock this teleporting. Oh, that sucks, huh? I can't teleport over here. Alright, yeah, definitely going to accept the offer to get more fuel. Jump away. Intervene and defend the outposts. Most of these guys are going to be pretty easy, I feel like. Ugh, not a dude that's landing here. This guy's a pain in the ass right here. Get over here. You guys get up here. Alright, everyone back to your post. Need to do some good work on this, hopefully quick. Otherwise I'm going to jump away because I don't want to take excessive damage. Although no, this should be fine. Especially now that I've got kind of like their drones and weapons on lock. Alright, yeah, this is easy. Easy peasy. Yeah, well, no, I'll just play until I lose. I mean, like, at this point, I'm either going to win or I'm going to lose. So let's see. I'm also expecting to... Oh, cool, I got more fuel, too. Oh, even more fuel. This is great. All right, so now I'm going to be able to get more shields and power to those shields and have some scrap left over in case I find a store. So this is really good now. If this was looking good before, it's looking even better now. All right, let me... The WWDC tickets are coming soon, so I'm keeping an eye on my email to make sure I get in. We'll see what happens. All right, so kind of really want to just make it to the exit now. Oh, shit. Oh, these guys not going to be a problem. Hull laser. Let's just go nuts on... Actually, let's go nuts on the shields. All right, do some cloak action. Easy peasy, hopefully it gives me a lot of loot. Alright, well, that's pretty good. So I'm kind of conserving now at this point to see if I can't get to a store before the end of the game. So hopefully one of these two other... Oh, great, I had to choose the sun to jump to and intruders on board. Alright, well, whatever. These guys will be easy to deal with, hopefully. Alright, so everyone has their orders. Go team, go. Oh, let's turn oxygen off too, just to add insult to injury. Alright, oxygen up. Door is closed. And solar flare imminent. We're gonna jump away. Alright, so at this point I'm just gonna exit because I don't want to screw around anymore. I'm in a really good place to fight the last guy. Alright, so yeah, let's explore the asteroid field, I guess. Alright, cool, got a whole ton of scrap. Alright, so let's think about what we can do here. I feel like upgrading medbay another click is probably good. As well as the power to power it. Because getting my weapons to full to use the last thing I have is going to be really expensive, and I'm going to keep some spare in case like I come across anything I need to buy stuff. Alright, so here's the last stand here. Alright, so we explain our mission. We got 10 fuel and hull points return. So let's see, what's the quickest? So he's going to head for the base, so I'm going to head there too. Alright, got a ton of scrap, ton of fuel. Alright, so a large number of transports are being pursued by a rebel bombing squadron. One bomber has managed to slip through the defensive fire and is poised to wreak havoc among the enormous yet vulnerable transport. It's time for you to advance. So I'm going to fight this guy in hopes that I get 100 to fight, or to get up so I can have all my weapons online at once. So hopefully we're able to do the trick here. So target all this. Oh shit, that is not what I wanted to do. I wanted to cloak before they got on my ship, but whatever, that's alright. Hopefully they will be dead before... Actually, I need to kind of redo how I'm doing this. I think I'm going to target their shields specifically. And then I'll smoke these guys out. Move these guys to the med bay. Alright. Go team, go. Oh, this is gonna potentially be bad. Ship is powering up as FTL. Probably should not have chosen to do this. But these guys will probably be dead before they get much farther in my ship, so yeah. Close all. Alright, so I need to think about what I'm going to do here because my oxygen is down, which is not great. Some of those guys out that way. I think they're going to jump away. Yep. Alright, well, that wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible, so... Okay, so... Actually, I'm just gonna send everyone back to their stuff and have the weapons dude repair the oxygen while this guy repairs the engines. Really, really wanted an extra 6 scrap there so I could potentially have filled my weapons up to full, but at the same time, like, whatever, it's fine. Alright, so this is probably going to be for all the enchiladas here, so let's see what we can do. Alright, so we prepare to fight the Flagship. Jump here, so this is going to be good because I'll be right next to a repair place, so when things really start to go crazy... Alright, so they're cloaking. I will also cloak. Now what? Alright, so their cloak wore off. I'm gonna pause real quick. Start targeting their shields. Alright, perfect, perfect, perfect. This is going decent so far. Alright, so cloak is up. Get this guy in here to deal with this problem. Alright, so their shields are almost taken out. Really having a problem here with the old med bay though. Let's vent that while this is happening. Alright, cool. So they just busted away. Awesome. This is great. This could be it. Alright, so let's close all. Get some oxygen back up in here. Alright, so hopefully, I've never seen the boss's second form, so if you haven't played this game, this is super spoilers for you, so. Alright, so fully repaired back to full. Took almost no damage there. Oh, this is just fantastic. So this time around, I'm gonna get my weapons maxed, which is gonna allow me to pull, well, I don't need one off the med bay right now. So full weapons, really good, really happy with this full cloak. Let's jump over here to repair. Got plenty of stuff to go around. All right, so repaired to full. Got some shields. All right, so what else could I think I'm gonna upgrade my doors one more. Oh, I'm short. All right, well, we'll get more power, that way I can have full med bay. Oh, this is gonna be bad because I'm gonna need to, maybe I shouldn't have done that. All right, well, we'll see what happens here. So basically you need to deal with these guys before they board. They don't have a cloak, so hopefully I can get my shield or my... Alright, good. Good, good, good. I'm just gonna jump away as soon as I can. Like, I'm not interested in fighting these guys. Alright, so this dude is in here. Let's get this guy over here to deal with these jokers. This guy up here to repair this. These dudes over here. Alright, jumping away. Alright, so we chased down the flagships, heavily damaged. Alright, so scans indicate is redirected considerable power to its drones. Alright, so first of all, I need to deal with these dudes on my ship in a big, big way. Let's see. But I don't want to like divert any power away from... Alright, you know what? We might just need to deal with this room over here having damages on it. So... let's bring this guy over here. Open these doors. Hopefully vent those guys out. In the process, bring this dude into here. Meanwhile, we'll just go absolutely ham on their droid control. So that's about as good as I can do right now, I feel like. Alright, so hopefully these guys get drained before... Oh, this is bad news. Alright, so... Alright, as soon as this guy dies, I'm gonna... close all. Oh shit, my oxygen is dead. That is terrible. Alright, you guys need to get out of here. These guys need to repair this. Oh, this is it. This is the last stand of my stupid little ship. It's like, what can I even do here? This is terrible. I'll just take a screenshot and just kind of watch it all go to shit. So, we're able to get to phase 2, so that was pretty good. And I unlocked a ship, so, you know, whatever.